Alright, so the next thing we want to look at is going to be our guidelines, our rules, mainly for our grammar. Well, what is it we're trying to type? How are we trying to type it? Is it lowercase? Is it capital? We want to try to keep a consistency between all the things that we're doing so that you can open up code down the road and you can still read it. You still know rather quickly what it is you were saying within a piece of code. Let's go ahead and take a look at different type. So for instance, just so we have a set of rules to go with, the things like, for instance, with class, you'll notice that example is capital. So when we ever have a class, it's a good habit to just say it's going to be a capital letter. So if I was to make a new class here, and I could say class player, well, P is going to be capital. Now if I do class again, maybe we want to change it up and say player controller. Now notice every time I do a new word, I'm going to make sure that that second word, the first letter, is going to be capital. You could also do one like similar to how we did above. We could say player underscore controller. Alright, so this would be camel casing in terms of this, is that every time it gets to one, it's going to be capital. And if you continued with another one, we could say another one like that. It would just continue with the capital letters. Alright, so this would be a standard way. Now if we have what we're going to look at soon is going to be a variable type, an integer or a string. Ones like that would be defined more like this. We would say, let's say we're going to do lives. So we could say integer lives. We could say integer lives max. Now notice what we have going right here is a lowercase. This is just going to be showing a type, so we're not actually making a class out of it. Okay. The other one would be something similar to, say, a method or a function. Now this, again, we're going to discuss these and go into detail about what they are and how to use them, but just for punctuation here, if you see something like update, well, then we know that what we're actually getting here, or we'll make one like this one, we'll say jumping, or jump. If we do one like that, what we have is capital J, similar to class, but notice for a method you'll wind up having the open close parentheses. So this is going to be what makes it different, but the rule for the grammar is going to be the same. If I did jump started, I would still follow that same rule. I would just be having the ending with parentheses. Alright, so basic guidelines right here for your casing is just simply capital if it is a class or a method, lowercase if it is a value like an integer. Alright, so those are going to be the basic ones we look at. We'll start working through some examples and we'll be reinforcing it again through the work that we do.